beginning of Surah Abasa. Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-a'ma. You might think that's in opposite. That's not in the favor of the Prophet because this is like, a mistake. That he frowned and it changed the expression of his face, and he turned his face when that blind man came while he was busy inviting the leaders of Mecca to accept Islam. But let me ask you a question. Now, a change in your face in the front of a blind man, is that a mistake? Is he going to get hurt by that? He cannot see the face expression. So it's not even a mistake. Did he annoy anybody? He caused bad feeling for any person? No. This is about him, not about that blind man. And Allah in purpose, He indicated about this. And ja'ahu al-a'ma. Not, mentioning a negative word about a person. No, but to realize that was a blind man. So it's not about that person. It's about the Prophet ﷺ himself. How that Allah subhanahu. This is the point why I'm saying this is the perfection. Because Allah never neglected mentioning something a little like this that never caused harm to others, that never neglected to mention in the Quran, in His book, that are going to be recited till the day of the judgment. If there is something major, if something bigger, if something that's higher than this, that Rasul commit, that Allah will never neglect, that Allah will mention it. You get the point? So if Allah never neglect mentioning something like this, what do you think? That's the maximum things that happen from the Prophet as a human being that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blame him about. So if he committed something that's more than this, that Allah will never neglect to mention it. You get the point? So that tells you that first, how Allah loves Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because He never neglected even something a little that He mentioned in order to bring His attention to it. And at the same time, that tells you how Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's the worst things, which not even bad, the worst things that happen, from him, that tells you that's how he's a great man. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. And actually, what's a greater? That's what I'm going to share with you now. Now, after this verse revealed, and the Prophet ﷺ has excuses, by the way, because he's concerned about the da'wah. He was busy with something important, busy fulfilling his mission, and somebody came in the wrong time, according to him, and he changed his face. He never said any bad word to him, anything. But because that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blamed the Prophet about this, look at the reaction of the Prophet. What Prophet how he dealt with that blind man after these verses are revealed. What do you think? So you are the one that Allah blamed me about. You are the one who caused trouble for me. Is that the way Prophet reacted? How he reacted? Allah. This is the beautiful part. That whenever the Prophet will meet with that person, he will stand and he will give him a hug. And he will say, welcome to the person that Allah blamed me about. You are deserve more than this. Allah mentioned about you. And Allah talked to me about you. You are dearer to my heart as you are dearer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah. So welcome to the person that Allah blamed me about. Marhaban billadhi atabani fihi rabbi. My dear brothers and sisters, we have to look at the positive side in any things that we think is negative. No, there's a good story behind it. And this ayat which tells us that a special relation between Allah and his beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and tell us about that special man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command us to love him, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command us to follow him. He's the person that has a perfect personality, that he's the perfect role model for all of us, even in comparison with all other prophets. When you read in the Quran, you will see something major happen from other prophets. But about the Prophet ﷺ, that's the maximum things you could find. And that's actually, it comes in the favor of the Prophet ﷺ. And that tells us how he's a great man. Isn't deserved to love him and to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring us, under his dua and to be part of his ummah. Wallahi, we are lucky. Wallahi, we are lucky. No, even other ummah that are lucky as us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala choose for us, that our Prophet is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us around our beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, looking at the face of Ar-Rahman. Ameen. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.